Okay, in the previous lesson, we spoke about God wanting us to be rich. The reason why I spoke about that was because I wanted us to challenge our deepest and spiritual convictions about wealth. Today, we're going to talk about this book, as you've seen earlier on, called The African Origins of Civilization, Myth or Reality by Sheikh Anta Diop. And we're going to be talking about a book called They Came Before Columbus, The African Presence in Ancient America. This book is written by, where's this guy? Okay, the book is written by Ivan van Sertima, a South American. These two books, what I like about them, oh by the way, there's a third book as well, which I would recommend to you. It's called Emperor Shaka the Great by Mazisi Gunene. Please try to find it. In South Africa it's out of print, but I'm sure if you go to Barnes and Nobles or Borders bookstore, you will find it. So that's in my country. It's at the moment it's out of print, so I have to find all these books. I didn't find them in my country. I found them in the United States. I found this in Harlem, the Harlem Library, and I actually found this in I think it's Barnes and Nobles, yes, in Manhattan. Okay, there's a book called The 48 Laws of Power. 48 Laws of Power by Joost Elfers and Robert Greene. Now, in this book, there's a chapter, in Law chapter 42, as you can see, it goes, strike the shepherd and scatter the sheep. Strangely enough, it was talking about just laws of power, but he makes a reference to the Roman Empire, how the black nation in the Roman Empire used to be the upper class. So that also, it's amazing because Joost Elfers is not a black person. Joost Elfers is what we call, what in the States would be called Caucasian, but is a white person who just tabulated the truth as it was, and basically was talking about certain strategies that the blacks then used to oppress whites. Weird, very weird, isn't it? But we have to look into it. The idea of today's lesson is to challenge success from a racial point of view. Social engineering, or by means of social engineering, the techniques that were used to oppress us became successful. Where what happened was that we ended up being oppressed psychologically and mentally, and that's where I feel that we must challenge our mindsets and our psyches. Okay, now starting from the Bible, I've been made to understand that the word Adama in Arabic means brown mud. I found it very interesting because Arabic, is a dialect that was spoken, or rather people like Abraham came from a place called Ur, and Ur is a place which you now can call Iraq, so Abraham came from the Middle East, or the place that is now called the Middle East. People like Moses came from the Middle East. People like Jesus himself came from the Middle East. So it goes without saying that the language that they spoke was a dialect of Arabic. And if I'm being made to understand that the word Adama in Arabic means brown mud, it coincides with the fact that Adam was made from the soil, and it even illustrates how Adam was not just made from the soil, but from soil and water. Hence, human beings are 70 to 80% water. So I believe that when Adam was made, he was made from brown mud. However, if you go to the English dictionary, now the English will say the word Adam means red earth, but we know that English is not Arabic. So there's a difference between Arabic and English, and we know that English was never spoken in the Middle East, or rather English is not a spoken language in the Middle East, and English is rather a new language. So there might have been, in my own opinion, a mistranslation. In the next episode we'll be talking about now, we'll be getting closer into getting more practical ways of getting ourselves powerful and enriched, and allow us to communicate and brainstorm about it. At the moment, I was just tackling things from a spiritual point of view. Now I was dealing with the psychological point of view of success, especially amongst even amongst black people. And then next we'll be talking about the social. I'd like to get to the social point of view of things. Right. Thank you very much. Till next time. Cheerio.